How are you?
Good. How are you?
Good, good, good. Congratulations on The Unbreakable Boy arriving in theaters February 21st. I've already watched the movie thanks to Lionsgate. I very much enjoyed it. So, Drew, this film is based on the book, which is based on the true story, and writer-director John Gunn provided the script. So, did you have to read the book in your preparation for the role? Did you look up the true story of the actual family, or did you mostly rely on the script?
Well, I didn't read the book, but I was lucky enough to have the actual family on set with us a couple of different times, and so that was great to be able to talk to them and talk to Scott directly. As you know, I play Scott's imaginary friend Joe, and that was the real thing. He told me that as a kid, kind of growing up, he would talk to himself, and his parents would say like, "Who are you talking to?" And so he decided to give him a name. I don't remember if it was him that gave him the name or his parents gave him the name, but Joe was born, and I just love that. I love that he had one, and that it made its way to the big screen. It was such a fun role to play because I think being in an invisible friend, being able to kind of be there for the hard times, be there for the happy times, be the devil on the shoulder, the angel on the shoulder. I love that concept, and I love the idea of being able to kind of see it in human form. It definitely made me wish I had an imaginary friend throughout the years.
Now, I've met Zach Levi in person. Lovely guy. So my question is, have you known him prior to filming this project, or was this your first collabo with Zach? What was it like working with him?
Well, we knew each other from the Comic-Con circuit, kind of only really uh, tangentially. That we didn't know each other super well, but he did give me a call when they were this movie kind of happened pretty quick. They were kind of fitting it in before they did the Kurt Warner movie, so they had to move fast. And so he gave a call. I was home actually on the treadmill, and I got a call from him saying, "Hey, are you doing anything right now? Because there's this role, and I think you'd be great for it." And so, literally, cut to a week later, and I'm in Oklahoma City, and we're about to shoot this movie. So it all happened pretty quick, and I'm very grateful for that because it proved to be an awesome experience. It was completely bizarre because of that fact and the fact that it was the middle of COVID, and all of the things that went around that. But I am so grateful to be a part of this movie, and we all had a great time. The cast, the crew, we bonded because we couldn't really do a whole lot outside of shooting the movie because of the COVID stuff. So we hung out and played music and ate together and hung out, and that was a real pleasure.
I know you touched on this earlier, but I want to ask you to maybe dig a little bit deeper because I was watching the film and I tried to figure Joe out. Is he like the Jiminy Cricket? Is he like a voice of reason? Is he the guardian angel? What was your process of embodying Joe? What was your approach to this character?
That's great. I think he's a little bit of all those things. A little bit of Clarence from It's a Wonderful Life. You know, I, to me, I think you come up with an invisible friend because you need to help process things in your life, and that invisible friend can be a voice of reason, but also could be, like maybe the voice of temptation, whatever it is that you think that you want to hear. We have actually, I don't think anybody's talked about this, but there's a Fight Club Easter egg in this movie, and I love that idea. If you know the story of Fight Club, there's the whole thing. I don't want to give it away just in case
Yeah.
nobody's seen it, but yeah. So to me, it was this idea of embodying this person that isn't necessarily just like you. It's kind of obvious. It's like the things that you necessarily maybe want to be or wish you could be, or it could be the things you don't like about yourself. Like, so I think the imaginary friend can embody a lot of different things. So to answer your question, I think it's all of those and more, which was obviously super fun to play.
Now, here's a fun question because a lot of us remember you best for playing Butch and Solomon Grundy all those years on Gotham, and
Yes.
I even remember you as far as back as Modern Family. So you've
Oh
built that,
wow.
yeah, you've built that big, tough, intimidating presence about yourself. But when you watch a movie like The Unbreakable Boy, I mean, I cried watching this film. So are you a
Me
softie,
too.
Drew? Do you cry?
Well, absolutely. I used to be a real tough sob, and then I had my son, and then I turned into just a blubbering mess all the time. So, But usually I keep it together in movies. But I'm with you, man. There's a one moment in the movie. I've seen it about 4 times now, although I haven't seen it for a while. So I'm excited to see it again next week when it comes out. But there's one moment at the end of the movie where Austin takes Scott's hand as they're leaving the campground, and it gets me every single time. Every single time the tears come. So that to me is the sign of a movie that touches you and has done something right anyway, in my humble opinion. So yeah, man, I'm right there with you. In fact, I have a bet with a lot of my guy friends that if they don't cry in this movie, I'll buy their ticket. So we'll see. I had that same bet with them on Ordinary Angels, the movie I did with Lionsgate and Kingdom and John Gunn last year, and I never had to buy a ticket. So I feel pretty good about not having to buy a ticket this time either.
No, my wife and I don't have kids yet, so we can't put ourselves in the shoes of parents who have to raise their children, let alone children with autism and brittle bones disease like Austin. I
Yeah.
imagine that situation would make parenthood even completely, difficult. But I know your parents, Drew. So what do you think that parents everywhere can take away from the themes presented in The Unbreakable Boy?
Well, I think it sheds a light on how the highs and lows of the whole parenting experience. And what I love about it is even folks that don't have kids, can get a little glimpse into that. I don't know what it's like to have a kid with special needs, so to me that was really eye opening to see how it was portrayed, and I understand from folks in the autism community that they are very accurate in how it's portrayed, and they've been very pleased with how this movie has come about. And so that's what I think. I think I think a lot of parents will watch this movie and go like, "Oh yeah, yeah." They can see themselves on the screen. They can relate to these moments. And then even more so, parents with special needs kids. I think will be able to do that too. And so it's really special and important to me to shine a light on those folks. I have a lot of folks that I know, family and friends, that are going through it, man. And golly, I have so much respect and admiration for them and the patience that they have. I mean, I watch it and it's just it's a miracle. So I'm really proud to tell a story that highlights folks like that.
Of course, I have to ask you about the end credit scene where you with the guitar and Zach and Meghann are singing a song together. That was very nice. What was that song again? And was that your idea or John's?
Well, so it's a lullaby called "Always with You" that was written by Pancho, who is the composer of the movie, and it was very organic. One of the things we did because we had to do a lot of hanging around during the COVID was play and sing. Meghann and Zach have great voices, and I've been a singer and a guitar player for a while, so we would do that generally, and then in the movie, obviously, the lullaby is there, and so we were sitting around on set singing it, and John was like, you know what? Let's record that. Let's turn the cameras on. So we did it, and I'm so thrilled that it made the end credits. It's just a special way to end this movie, and I love that. I hope that that song gets on the soundtrack because it's one that I ended up singing to my son, and it's just a beautiful little lullaby that he wrote, and so I'm so glad that you mentioned that because it is actually one of my favorite things about the whole movie is the end credits, and also the scene in the middle of the movie, around the crib. That was really special.
What a wonderful, wonderful, inspiring, sweet movie. All right, for my fans at home, go check out The Unbreakable Boy in theaters February 21st. Drew, thank you for talking to me and congratulations.
Thanks so much. I really appreciate it.